Hi guys, this is Cindy with Pups and Crochet. And yes, I'm doing it. I'm back on taping. Okay. Robert's on vacation for 9 days. We have been doing some things, having some fun. And just checking out the little diamonds in the rough that we are missing. And we found one. But first, I want to tell you about today. Today, we went and we were going to go to the Pierogi Fest over in Indiana. And Kristen and my Olivia was going to meet us. And we were all going to just go to the Pierogi Fest. But with it being over 90 degrees, decided that is going to be too hot for her. She's going to get too overwhelmed with the crowds. So maybe not this year. So we met halfway and we went to have lunch at Olive Garden. So we get there and Olivia's posing for pictures in front of the beautiful flowers. And oh my God, the pictures turn out beautiful. She sent me them. And we get out of the car and Robert gets out and he goes, Olivia, do you remember me? And she's like, yes. And he goes, do you want to come see Aunt Cindy? And she goes, yes. So she comes over and jumps in my arms and I'm holding her and I'm like, Olivia, I missed you so much. So we go in, we get a table. And we're sitting there after we ordered and Olivia goes, Alien. And I said, baby, I know it's the butterfly purse, but you used all the alien. I don't have any more. And she goes, let me see. So I had to unzip my purse and show her everything in my purse that the alien was not in there. I told Amy, I said, Amy, I'm in trouble. She wants to know where the alien went, even though she knows she used the whole alien at the baby shower and everybody was glittery. I have never had somebody have so much fun with a little thing of lip gloss as she did with that little alien. So we're on the hunt for the alien. Amy's looking. She goes, I can't remember where I got it. It was over a year ago. Olivia did not forget. So she found some on Amazon. She found some at Nordstrom. And I'm like, okay, I've got to get... Excuse me. I said, I've got to get another alien because she's not going to let me go next time. But luckily, she was entertained with the food and the coloring and, you know, even though she didn't need anything but ketchup and French fries. She didn't want nothing to do with her pizza. And I said, now, if you eat your pizza, we're going to go to the bookstore. Now, most kids be like, eh. But Olivia's like, bookstore. She loves books. This girl is 2 years old and she is reading. Any book, I tried to trick her. Any book I took off the shelf, she could start reading it. You know, within, you know, her books. And not like little print books, but, you know, her regular kitty books. Ones that she didn't have, one that she's never seen before, and she was reading it to me, and I was like, God. So I had already sent... Robert sent Callahan and baby Savannah a gift, and he wanted bath bombs, and you put them in there, and then animals, they were, the ones we sent him before had reptiles in it, or dinosaurs, and then this one that we got him had farm animals, so he had already got the chicken, and I think a turkey out of it. But I'm waiting for him to find the cow and all that. But anyway, so he got that, and then Robert got him How many packs of Play-Doh were in there?
65.
65 little mini cups of Play-Doh.
1 ounce.
He was so excited when that box came. But then he took Savannah's toy too. And it's a little teether toy, but it's shaped with a handle for her to hold on to. And he thinks it's a gun, so he's... I'm like, seriously, give that baby her toy. But no, he won't till he's bored of it. Then he'll give it to her. And anyway, so he was so excited about that. Now I have Colton's and Madeline's gift here we're sending out. And then, you know, just because I haven't sent them anything for a while, so. And I didn't have Corey's brand new address. And so I'm like, I need your new address. So he sent me the address, but it was too late for me to put it on this thing, so we just had it shipped here. Anyway, so then I said, well, now I want to take Olivia out. I got to get her something, so we bought them dinner, and then we went, and she had the greatest time at Barnes & Noble ever, okay? And there was 2 older kids, like 8 or 9, and they were on the stage, and they were gonna do a puppet show. Well, here she comes. She goes, the stage. She takes the puppet she had, and she goes up there, and she's playing with these girls, and they're doing a whole puppet show. I taped it all. It was hilarious. And they were making the animals go, and then they had a slug. And the older girl's telling her, slugs are very slimy. They're very, very slimy, and they're gross. And so she's like, Sadie, Olivia's listening to her, and then she's telling about elephants growing trunks and giving Olivia all these lessons and I asked the little girl, I said, do you know what the trunks are made of? She goes, nope. And I said, ivory. And she goes, oh, the tusk. That's what I said. Not trunk, tusk. Sorry. I got the critic police over here. You guys know what I was talking about. Anyway, so we spent over, 2 hours almost in the bookstore. Yeah. And I wanted to buy her books. So I'm like, okay, pick your books you want. And let's see. And then Kristen found one that said, I love you so much. And it had Olivia's name across the front of it. So me and Robert knew that book was more for Kristen than it was for Olivia. But she picked out a couple books. One about solar systems, and the other one was about animals. She loves the solar system, and she can tell you every planet and where it's positioned from Earth all the way through. Okay? Then, as we're leaving, I find this pack of magnets that she can put on the fridge. That's the solar system. She can move them around and stuff, and she loved them. So I turn around to see if she wanted anything else. Kristen already paid for the books. And I'm like, why did you do that? I wanted to buy her gifts. And I'm like, okay, we're going to go to Target. So Robert wasn't feeling very well. He either his blood pressure went up or his sugar went down. So he grabbed a coffee. I sat him in the car in the air conditioning. I said, I'm just running in with her to the store, and then we'll head home. Because Olivia was getting tired too. It was a long day, and we couldn't go to a park or anything because it was over 90 and it was so hot. So anyway, so we go into Target, and she's looking for these, Kristen's looking for these little biker shorts for her to sleep in because she gets too hot in the long pants. And so me and Olivia went looking through the toys. And I said, okay, now you pick a toy. Whatever you want, you pick your toy. So she found this little bag of ducks for her bathtub. She wanted the ducks. I said, okay, we can get the ducks, but you can still get a toy. I said, but let's go to the big girl toys because these are baby toys. And she said, okay. So we went around. She didn't want a doll. She didn't want the Barbie house. She didn't want anything. The Barbie camper. She didn't want anything. And so then she found a drum set that came with 2 drumsticks and you put it on, you could push the different animals on there, and it would tell you to play it was a Bluey, right? Bluey? And you played a different, each one was a different symbol. Like one was Simon Says, one was beat the drums to the count. Like if I counted to 10, beat it 10 times, you know? Yeah. And I told Robert, I said, I think she'll be out before she's halfway home. And so she's in the car, she's got her drums, and I told her we couldn't open them until we paid. And she goes, okay. So that was it. So then Kristen went up to the Starbucks to get some ice for her apple juice, and me and Olivia had the sticks out, and we're doing a drum solo. She's got one, I got one. We're doing a drum solo in the front of Target. And the guy that's working the door is like, oh, for real? And I'm like, don't miss us when we're gone. It's our drum solo from Olivia. So anyway, so we finally get her to the car, and she goes, my drums, my drums. And Kristen's like, you're getting your drums. Just let me get you in the car seat. Cindy's got your drums. And so she got her drums. Well, Kristen sent me a video and a Snapchat saying, and here we go. She's on this drum, right? And so I called Kristen to make sure she made it home and everything. And I said, did she fall asleep halfway through? She goes, no. She played those drums from there all the way home. And I'm like, and I had to laugh because I'm like, it was so funny. And Kristen's like, I think I need another ibuprofen. And so then she goes home, and then her husband says, you know, I was going to call you and tell you that I wanted something to eat. And she goes, oh, okay. I'll go get you something to eat. Here's the little drummer girl. Have fun. And she leaves. And Lewis texts her and says, really? She has not stopped. Are you coming home soon? I'm like, yeah, they're going to love this. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. Okay, and then I have been putting on, oh, before I forget, I am not doing the P.O. box anymore. So if you're going to send anything, email me. I'll send you my address. Please don't do the P.O. box. They have doubled the price, and it is ridiculous. I don't know if your post office have done it, but this one did here. And I'm like, there's no way. No way. We're not paying that. That's crazy. And so anyway, wanted to tell you that. And then I'm going to tell you about our day on Thursday. Okay. His first day off. And he decides he's looking through fun things to do. And he finds this place called Casey, Illinois. And it's only like maybe 80 miles from our house. So we drive, you know, get Peanut all set and everything. And we drive, we get out there. And this town is so known for its big things. I'm like, okay. Now, I have a couple Snapchats. I have a couple shorts. I have pictures on the community tab of what these things look like. It was amazing. Even though my pictures, I am sweating like a dog so bad. My hair's all stuck to my head. But honestly, I did not care. I was having so much fun. And we went to this little Winchester, no. What's the name of it? Whittling Whimsy. Everything's in W's. Now, they've got it was a little restaurant, and they do like BLTs with chips, no fries or anything, just chips. And then they have some soups, some salads, you know, just little things, sweets, you know, and that's what they have on their menu. And we brought one home. And then they give you the daily specials from Monday through Saturday. And I guess they're not open on Sunday. And then we found a couple other restaurants that were out there that we want to go back and check out because so cool. so cool. But one of their sides I had to try. It was a blueberry applesauce. This was the best applesauce ever. I'm telling you, I loved it. You could taste the apples, you could taste the blueberries. It wasn't like overwhelming, but it was great. So we got one of a couple things to try so we'd know if we liked it. And in their place, they have giant W's on the ceiling. And Robert tried to get them both in a picture, but they're so big, they go across the restaurant. We could only get one W in at a time. So even if we laid on the floor and took the picture, they both would not fit. They were giant. So if one of them ever fell, you would die. They are huge. And we walked around. We saw the bookworm in front of the library. And I wanted to go in so bad into the library because I wanted to see about books and stuff. And for Olivia, because she loves books. Callahan loves books at nighttime, but otherwise, that's Olivia's jam. And we had so much more to see. And a couple of them weren't on Main Street, so we had to travel on this one block. We go down there, we find the giant pitchfork, we find the giant tee for the golf course, and the giant golfing club was out getting repaired. New paint job, all that stuff. And we're going down now on the other side of the street. And we go into the one, and it's got the giant Pokeball. So we were just looking at it. She goes, why don't you get in? And I said, we can get in it? She goes, please, get in there and take a picture. It can fit 7 or 8 people in there. I'm like, okay. So we got in, and the girl took our picture. And then we got out, and the next family got in, and we're like, do you want us to take your picture? And she's like, that would be awesome. So we did that. And I mean, everybody was so nice in that town. All the visitors were all taking turns, sharing, helping each other, taking pictures. It was great. And then we get to the giant bird cage, and you get in there, and the swing really moves. So I'm swinging, and Robert's behind me, so I don't flip off, which I didn't think I would, but they lock us in and then take our picture. Then we get out, next family gets in, we lock them in, take their picture in this giant bird cage. That giant rocking chair is over 3 stories tall. You would have to have like either, I don't even think a humongous ladder would reach it, a crane or a firefighter to take you up there. It's so high. Just to sit on it to see how little you would be. But they don't take you up there. I asked. They said no. So then we found the giant minion. We found the giant wooden shoes that are inside the candy store. And I mean, these shoes are bigger than my car. They're so huge. So the girl that was in the Pokemon store, she was Pokemon. I always get told it's not man, it's Mon. Okay, so Mon. Anyway, so she was telling us a little bit of story about it. She said that the town was really ready to get condemned. That the businesses had closed down, the factory closed down, so the people that were just living there really had nothing to go to. So a kid that grew up there, he was working in the offshore oil rigs and then going out and a different job, picking things off the ocean and stuff. And so he decided that he was going to save his town. And he went and he brought a giant Bowie from the ocean and painted it into a Pokeball and put it in there. And had to have some kind of crane or something to lift it because that thing's like solid metal. It weighs like a ton or something, I don't know. But they get it in there. And then they had the giant crochet needles, the giant knitting needles, which they held the record for until 2017. And somebody somewhere, and I'm going to look it up and find it, beat them with the biggest knitting needles. But the giant crochet hook is almost as tall as me. And it was just amazing. And so we went to the candy store, and then they had the mailbox, and didn't know you could actually climb up in there. So the picture we took had some kids up there, and I'm like, I am not climbing up those stairs. After we walked up and down these streets, I was so tired. I'm like, no. And then they had the giant teeter-totter, but they made it where it rocks a little when you get on it, but you can't swing it because I guess, kids were going crazy and getting hurt on it. And then, what else am I missing? We saw so much stuff, and they said they're still improving around the whole area. And I said, see, it's a little gem that we didn't know was here, and he found it. We went there. Now, we went into the gem store. I'm going to show you what I got from there because I loved it. And I can't pass up a sale. And so we were in there, and one of the shorts, that Robert put up was the puzzle that him and his wife had put together. She said he did most of the work, but she had to glue it. And it's a mural across the entire back of the store. This thing, how many pieces? 60,000 piece puzzle. It is the biggest commercially sold puzzle. So, and it is gorgeous. Each one has a different frame, and each one has they're all together, and it makes it into one giant puzzle, but there's all different things going on this. So, everything they do in the shop, he engraves everything, he makes all these things. So, I found this thing popped out at me that I got for my sister, okay? And it says, rock in a box, your best friend that fits in your pocket. And then it says on the back, now, if you can see inside, oh, no, I moved him. Oh, no, I moved him. Okay, I'll just open it and show you. I moved him. Gotta get him back in the spot. Okay, see? He's got little eyeballs. I said, my God, he looks like E.T. He looks like E.T. And it's got 4 little stones around him. And then, but what caught my eye, why I got it, was because it says, named Vicky, birthday 7/11/24. And Vicky was actually born 2/11. Not 2024, but... And it says, Vicky is on the lookout for someone to love. Look into her eyes and you'll see the love she has waiting for you. I saw that and I said, and then with that little E.T. rock, I said, I have got to get that for my sister. And then we got Robert. He wouldn't buy anything. I don't know why. But I got him this puzzle piece, and it says, I saw the world's largest jigsaw puzzle in Casey, Illinois. And it has 2 pieces of the real puzzle where they give you the extra pieces. So I got him this to go on our refrigerator. But I wanted to show you before I put it on. I could have took it out of the plastic to show you, I guess, so you can see it better. But he makes all these little wooden things. And it was kind of cool. So I got that for him. And that way he can show it on his puzzle. He's in a puzzle group on Facebook. And they show off their puzzles that they got done. Okay, then I found a clearance section. Yes! Now these are handmade, wooden, all wood, hand-painted pens. Okay, and they were clearing them out. And I'm just like, I gotta have them. So, I got the fish. And look, it goes all the way down in different colors into the pen. Then, I got the otter. Look at the little sea otter. got his little tail. And then here's his, or that's his feet, that's his tail. And look at the back. I mean, look at all the work they put into that. It was, I had to have them. And then I had to have her. And they made her fur go all the way down to the end. And she got the little red bow in her hair. I had to have her. And then for my monkey, I had to get the monkey. See him? Isn't he gorgeous? And he goes all the way down. And they hand paint him. Everything. All the carvings. Look at all the detail in there. How can you not want them? And then look at this. It is a penguin. And he's got his arms. He's got his suit all the way down. They did the back. All this is cut into the wood. Look at that. And then Olivia let me know her favorite animal so far is now the penguin. Then we got the platypus. See his little feet? And he has got little engravings down him and down to his tail. And me and Robert thought they were always such cute little animals. And look at his eyeballs. He's got real little, plastic or glass eyeballs in there. I mean, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work. And they're all pens. So they double duty. Double duty. I said, but nobody is getting my monkey or my otter. Because they are my favorite. And so that was our first couple of days. And with it being so hot, it's so hard to stay out for so long. But anyway, we forgot the sunblock and I got a little toasty. Not as toasty as I thought I did, but still toasty. Now, one more thing I want to tell you. At Christmas time, see, and they give you a map. Everywhere you go, you can get a map, and it tells you where every big thing is, and you got a checklist so you can check them off, everything you've seen. Oh, and the giant wind chime. Oh my gosh, that was my favorite. That was gorgeous. Loved it. Anyway, so she was telling us at Christmas time, they deck that whole town out in candy canes. The whole place is candy cane. And then she said it looks like you're walking onto a Hallmark movie. I'm like, for real? She's like, yeah. And then Santa's up on the roof and he's reading a story to all the kids that are watching below. Then, after he's done, he starts throwing snowballs and you catch them and there's prizes inside of them. I'm like, how cool is that? So I'm definitely going to go back. I want to go see Santa and I want to catch a snowball. Yes. And oh my God, it was just so much fun. And I have a lot to catch up on. I am doing the 100 Days of Halloween for Neva at Manic Mama Music. But I'm doing things a little different. Last year, I did a square for every movie that I watched and told you guys about. This year, I decided I'm going to make up my own stories to tell you. So, if I can get through 100 of them, I did my first one. It's on a short. I did my first one because I was way behind. Now I'm still behind and I got to catch up. So, my next videos will be that, and I'm going to be telling you a story from my head. I did not write them down. I will make them up as I go along, and I hope you enjoy them. So, hugs and puppy kisses, prayers if you need them, and please remember, adopt, don't shop. There are just way too many babies out there that need a home. Okay? Love you guys, and I'll be right back.